Hey folks, so I had no idea we were supposed to get snow today. I got woke up at 4:30 in the morning by the sound of a snowplow going by. More snow. So at that time it was -7 and we were getting snow squalls. So, hey, okay. I was supposed to stop. I think it was noon. So it is, I'm not even sure. It's between 11:30 and 12 right now. And it doesn't appear to be snowing anymore, but the clouds are still up there. So just before I come out, I want to get a screen capture of the temperature. It said -10, and just as I was about to take the picture, it dropped to -9. So it is cold. I got my neck protector today, and I'm going to be wearing my heated gloves. But it's going to be interesting, because last time I was out, Zach didn't give me a whole lot of room. I had a hard time getting out. I wasn't even going to attempt backing in, so I drove in. I just about took his mirror off. And plus, I hit the door and the frame on the other side getting in, so it would have been pretty interesting trying to back in. So I drove in, which means I have to back out today. It's going to be interesting. But we'll see what happens. And I can't wait for him to go to work, because that will be about 3 hours from now. Well, I'm not going to wait that long. So, but there's something I want to talk about here first. So I need my hands, so I'm going to set up the tripod. So to cut down on the glare, I closed the door. Just use the lights in the garage. It'll make the lighting here a little bit easier. So a couple nights ago, Blyth Fire Department got a call, and it's kind of scary. It was a potentially disastrous situation. So I'll play the original call, the page that they got, and then I'll comment.
Fire dispatch to North Huron Blyth. Respond to a hydro wire down over a propane truck, 81875 London Road. That's a hydro wire down over a propane truck. It is in the yard at that location. There is still a driver inside the truck, 81875 London Road. Cross street is Winthrop Road, and the time is 15:48. Dispatch to North Huron, Wingham, be advised, Blyth Station has been paged to London Road for hydro wires down over a propane truck. Fire dispatch to North Huron, Wingham, be advised, Blyth Station has been paged to hydro wires down over a propane truck on London Road. The driver is still inside. The time is 15:49.
Well, that gets your attention, doesn't it? Well, I don't know what it is. Anytime I hear something like that, my mind comes to humor. I don't get it. So I heard that, and I'm thinking, oh, jeez. Has to be a propane truck. It couldn't be a water truck or something like that, right? And I'm thinking, what could make that even worse? And I start coming up with stupid names. So, joking aside, it's kind of a really scary situation, potential disaster. And you gotta imagine what's going through this poor driver's mind. I picture myself in that situation. I'd probably be calling people, telling them goodbye, thinking I'm about to die. I couldn't imagine being in that. It's really not a good thing. So that's the situation. Now I'll play the fire department's response to it. And and this will be condensed.
Fire dispatch, North here in car 2.
Go ahead, car 2.
Page acknowledged for Blyth station. You can also mark car 2 responding.
Roger, page acknowledged, car 2 responding.
Fire dispatch, car 2.
Go ahead, car 2.
Yeah, make sure you have hydro notified, please.
Roger, contacting Hydro 1 to attend.
Fire dispatch, tank 9.
Go ahead.
Tank 9 responding, car 3 plus 3.
Roger that, tank 9 responding, car 3 plus 3, 156313. Dispatch to car 2.
Go ahead, dispatch, car 2.
Hydro 1 has been notified. They're calling back with an ETA.
Roger that, thank you.
Fire dispatch, this is engine 6.
Go ahead, engine 6.
Engine 6 responding, 2 belted.
Roger, engine 6 responding, 2 belted.
Fire dispatch, this is engine 6.
Go ahead, engine 6.
Can we get that 911 number, please?
911 number is 81875. Again, it is 81875.
Car 3, Blyth station.
Go ahead, Blyth station, car 3.
You rather us bring 7 or 8 out?
You can just stay at station. We'll be on scene momentarily, and we'll advise then whether we want more trucks. Fire dispatch, tank 9.
Tank 9, go ahead.
Tank 9 arriving scene. Car 3 will be command and mobile. Engine 6, tank 9.
Command and mobile, 155929.
Engine 6, tank 9. Engine 6, go. 6, I want you to stop right there. Roger that. 6, I just want you to hold the top of the hill there, stop traffic. Roger that, we have a OBB cruiser here right now. We're just coming towards you on the north side of the bridge. If he's there, you can come down and meet me. Roger that. Blyth station, car 3.
Go ahead, car 3.
Blyth station, we will not require any more responding vehicles to this station. I repeat, we do not need any more vehicles.
Copy that. I'll release the manpower from the station.
Fire dispatch, North here in command.
North here in command, go ahead.
Dispatch, power has been disconnected from the house. Truck is at this point is free of power lines.
After that, power disconnected from the house. Truck is free from the power line currently, 1606 through 03.
Engine 6, car 3. Engine 6, go. 6, you can return to station. Roger that, engine 6 returning to station. Fire dispatch, this is engine 6.
Go ahead, engine 6.
Engine 6 has been released from the scene and returning to Blyth station.
Roger, engine 6 released from scene, return to Blythe station.
Okay. Truck freed from power line, disaster averted, right? Not so fast. This next part I'm going to play in real time. And I already got tears remembering the anxiety I had listening to this. Something kind of happens that nobody really wants to hear. You keep in mind the potential of this situation. There's a propane truck involved. At this point, car 2, tank 9, car 3, aka commander, still on scene. See if you start to think what I was thinking when you listen to this. And this is in real time.
Engine 6, car 2. Engine 6, car 2.
No response from the scene.
Engine 6, command. Engine 6, command.
Command, engine 6.
Command call, engine 6.
Dispatch to command.
Tank 9, call engine 6.
Fire dispatch to command. Fire dispatch to command. looks like you're trying to transmit. I'm not hearing you. Hydro 1, ETA 25 minutes, and Engine 6 is trying to reach you.
So for a full 4 minutes, firemen back at the Blyth fire station, as well as the dispatcher, were trying to get a hold of those still on the scene. No response. That just kind of hits you right in the gut, right? So I'm thinking it kind of reminds me of 9/11. I watched a documentary. It was two filmmakers that were making a documentary on a Proby fireman, and they just happened to be with the fire hall that was first on the scene when the first plane hit. And they're all in the towers. A bunch of fire departments get together, and then the second plane hit the other tower, and at that point there was thousands of firemen. Nobody could hear each other because everybody's trying to communicate at the same time. And the radios they were pretty much useless because nobody could hear anything. And then when the first tower fell, it was just like this, just dead silence. Nobody was communicating. You get the occasional key up, which is probably accidental, but that was it. There was nobody talking. It was just dead silence. That's kind of what this reminded me of. I don't know why. Not exactly the same scale, but but just knowing the potential of this call, I was so scared. I was very concerned for these firemen at the scene. So then I hear this.
Fire dispatch, car 3.
I was so happy to hear his voice.
Car 3, go ahead.
Dispatch, you can show Tank 9 and Squad 5 clearing the scene, returning to Blyth Station. Call's been terminated. Been left with the homeowner and the propane company.
Tank 9, Squad 5 are clear and returning. Homeowner left in the care of the property, 16-14-51.
Dispatch as well, if you could maybe update Hydro 1. This was not a main feed line, it was just a secondary line with a disconnect.
Roger, updating Hydro 1, it's not a main line, it's a secondary line with a disconnect.
So it worked out good in the end. I was so relieved. But I'll tell you, all the years I've been listening to the fire departments, this was the scariest call I heard. I had some pretty good anxiety listening to this one. But it worked out. I'm thinking, when I looked at the property on the map, it's pretty grown in, a lot of trees on the property, and I was looking up and down the highway. I couldn't see any power lines, so went up the road a bit, and the power lines are kind of set back off the road, so they kind of go through the back of the property. And I don't know what the situation was, but I'm imagining the propane truck was making a delivery and backed into one of the posts and brought the wires down. That's my assumption as to what happened. But I'm thinking, if they're not able to communicate, it's kind of, there's a river that runs by the property, and if you look at it from the street view, it's kind of in a valley, So being surrounded by trees and having hydro lines on the property down in the valley, I'm thinking maybe the communications just weren't getting through. That's the only thing I can really think of. But at the same time, they were able to communicate when they got there. They were able to communicate when they were leaving. They communicated when the truck was released from the hydro line. So maybe they're just busy. I don't know. But it was kind of pretty intense for me listening to that. And I was so happy to hear him respond after that long 4-minute break. So, but that was that. I just wanted to kind of play that for you and see if you kind of, started thinking what I was thinking at the time. So I gotta go out today. I gotta go shopping. I gotta get milk, a bag tag. I'm getting some pop because I need something cold. Well, not really cold, but something non-coffee to drink. And I've been wanting to do it for a while, but I've always had so much in my backpack I didn't have room. So even if I have to sit it on the floor today, I'm